Good evening, it's Daniel Robbins here. See that over my shoulder? That's called a waning gibbous moon, and I encourage you to go outside and take a look at it and satisfy for yourselves why, in my opinion at least, there is no way that that moon is reflecting light from the sun. It's obviously just giving off its own light. And how do I know that? Well, look at the moon and then just think to yourself, where would the sun have to be in order to light that moon? The Earth would be getting in the way, in my opinion. And feel free to check it out for yourself and decide for yourself. But I certainly hope that you'll be able to agree that it's obviously giving off its own light. And also here in Calgary, there's a halo around the moon, which I think is pretty neat. But I did want to say, I know what it's like when you don't want to do something. Well, today I did something that I hadn't wanted to do. I went back to a former employer of mine, and I even admitted to them that I made a mistake when I left them last year. That was not a fun thing to do, but I did it because it was time to do it, and God finally got me to the point where I realized it was His will. I wanted to do it, and I still remember. See, I left there to work for an engineer, but after a month that didn't work out. And I remember some people asking me, so are you going to go back to Davidson Edmond Lumber? And I looked at them and I said, no way. I'm not doing that. Well, today I did it. Today I went into Davidson Edmond Lumber and I just admitted that I had made a mistake when I left them, and they've hired someone to replace me, so it's not as though they're going to hire me back. But if I had gone back to them right away, maybe it would be different. I didn't feel like it. So some of you folks don't feel like believing that the earth is flat. And I pray I will be understanding of that. In fact, I'm just going to pray. I'm going to get on my hands and knees and pray for you, because I really want to be a help to you. And so here's my best attempt, right? Here we go. Daddy, Heavenly Father, Abba. In Korean they say Abaji Hananim. Help my friends. Some of them don't want to believe that the earth is flat. And I can understand why, because I didn't want to believe it either. I just didn't. There's no way I wanted to believe that. I had no idea how anybody could bring themselves to believe that, because I just knew how unpopular flat earthers were. And I thought that it was obvious that the earth was a globe because you could circumnavigate it, travel west, go in a circle. Didn't realize flat earthers totally had an answer for that. It's a flat circle. When you travel west, you're going in circles around the North Pole. Same thing with east. Oh, daddy, children are being sacrificed, okay? They're suffering satanic ritual abuse. And in Canada here in particular, we're sacrificing our sons and daughters. I know that New York is pushing to become like us here in Canada, which is sad. And I want to take down the pro-death giant, and I know the earth being flat is our secret weapon against him, but some of my friends don't know that. Canst thou please reveal it to them and show it to them in language that they can understand? And help them to do what I did today. Something that they don't want to do. They don't want to believe the earth is flat, just like I didn't want to go back to Davidson Edmond Lumber, but I did it today. Because I finally wanted to. And they're not going to believe the earth is flat until they want to. And I beseech thee, Daddy, help them to want to. And help them to know that it's right, and why it's right, and why we need to do this. And again, I appeal to you, friends.
We need to save these children. We need to save these children. Now, some of you are going to ask, look, Daniel, I'm against abortion, but what does the earth being flat have to do with taking down abortion? Everything. Absolutely everything. The globe is a massive stumbling block that has turned the world away from God, which is why we're out of our minds sacrificing our sons and our daughters. And the sooner we take out that cursed stumbling block, the sooner we can get busy saving the world and saving these children, at least in my heartfelt opinion. And wanted to say, I guess today would be Luminaries or Sun, Moon, and Stars Day. So happy Luminaries or Sun, Moon, and Stars Day. And blessings. And again, if you would be willing to check out that moon and see it for yourselves, I would appreciate it. And again, ask yourselves, where would the sun have to be in order to light that moon? In my opinion, it becomes very obvious very quickly that there is no way that that can be true. And again, just for the record, they tell us to believe that the moon is 2,000 miles in diameter, and then that the Earth is 8,000 miles in diameter, which would make the Earth 64 times bigger than the moon. I don't believe any of those silly spherical theories, but according to those silly spherical theories, the Earth is huge. Okay, so you can't just. They're presuming. They're taking advantage of us because we don't think enough. Think about where the sun would have to be, and the Earth would be totally getting in the way. I invite you to check that out for yourselves and confirm it. And let's do this and save these children. Good night. I mean, good morning.